Happy Sunday to you. How are you?
How am I?
You're looking well.
Well, thank you. Trying to present myself. I'm trying to be
Yeah, you're looking
present.
well. You're doing well.
I think
You're
it's the
there.
sun. I think it's the sun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always the
That's
sun,
good.
you know?
Yeah, that's really good. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Sun's a
The
good
sun
thing.
always puts me in a good mood after a while. Although it's been a bit
Yeah.
kind of weird because yesterday, because it's the 1st of December today, new moon, all that
Yep.
kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
yesterday was the end of the season, hurricane season in the Caribbean.
Nice.
I
Good.
think they call it Coam. Coam?
I've
What's it?
never heard it.
Okay, I think that's the Creole thing. I keep on asking I ask my husband all the time. And he always tells me, bless him, but I think he's tired of telling me because I'm always asking him. So
Write it down, innit? Next
yeah,
time.
I know. I don't. I just always ask him. I think it just gets me. I think he gets
Yeah.
tired of me always asking him all the
Asking.
time. But yeah, it was the
Amazing.
end of
hmm
the hurricane season
Okay.
yesterday, and so now it's just going to be sun and even hotter in
Oh,
the Caribbean
I'd
until
rather that
June of
though.
next year. Because in the
Yeah.
Caribbean, as you probably know yourself, because
Yeah.
you lived over here, it's only two seasons, where everywhere else it's usually
Oh,
four, isn't
oh,
it?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, so it's either hot or cold.
yeah. But it's not even cold
Well,
out here,
cold
it's just
rain,
hot
really. Just
or
yeah.
raining. Yeah, but
What is
even in
it?
the rain,
Yeah,
even in the rain, it's still
yeah,
hot, you
so
know.
hot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, this
Yeah,
back here, I can tell you that for nothing. It's a bit chilly now, but we're in December now, so I'll be surprised.
exactly.
It happens. So really, another 3 months to go before we come back out, and
When it starts getting
I'm so
lighter.
looking, I'm
I
so
just
looking
can't.
forward
I
to that.
can't. I'm
We
telling
might not
you.
have, but we might not have that bad of a winter apparently because of due to the global warming and the weather warming.
Right.
So, I mean, the thing is, it's really strange how our mind works because we've come through really worse, colder weathers than this, but yet we complain about this still. Do you know what I mean? It's
Um,
because we
it's
adapt all
just
the time. We're forever recreating and adapting and changing.
all the time.
Yeah,
All
so
the
it's hard to
time.
get used to it. And this is really an uncomfortable kind of cold. It's that time of year, so we're in the middle
I
of
know.
winter.
As soon as it gets to December, November,
Yeah, the end
then
of
yeah,
November,
I
isn't
know.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it
I
gets.
remember I used to be clinging onto my radiator.
Yeah. Hung
And
up onto it.
when you come in from the cold and you're kind of wrapped up with the scarves and the
Yes,
gloves and your
yes,
coats, and you
yeah,
just like, and then when you come in, usually, because what I used to do is
yeah,
that I'm sure you just do the same. You time your radiator to come on
yeah.
around the time you're coming home, or maybe like a half an hour before. So when you come in the home,
It's
it's
not
like
too hot,
warm.
but it's
No, it's
warm.
not too
Yeah.
hot. It's
So you
just like
don't,
warm. So you can
yeah,
unwrap, you can start peeling
yeah,
off your layers. But oh,
yes,
I don't miss
yeah.
any of that. I
No, I
really
don't
don't.
blame you. I don't blame you. I just deal with it. I find my way.
Yeah.
I buy the clothes, I put on, I like my wraps and things like that. I've got my weighted blanket here.
You
Um, yeah, I just wish I had I wish they made them big, like for the size of double beds and king size beds. I'd really love
What
this.
does a weighted blanket do? What
It's
does it
heavy.
do?
It's just heavy. It's just weighted down. There's stuff inside. I can't quite remember what's in it. There's some little beads inside.
Okay.
They've sewn it. If you can see, it's in squares.
Yeah,
So
I
in those
can.
squares, can you see? You might be able to see through the light. There's a little bit of darkness right around here.
Kind of. Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
that's
Is
where
that where the weight? But what is
that's
it?
where
Is
the
it meant to
beads
keep you
settle.
warm?
I think it does. It well helps. It helps with the insulation.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good. But I never knew about it. I just saw it advertised one day, and I thought, let me try it. Winter's
Mm,
coming. I know what it's like here, so I got it. But
right.
yeah, I will look to see if they do make them bigger because it would be nice to have that on my bed,
Yeah. I
especially at the foot.
remember when I left, it just seems like, because it's going to be 12 years at the end of the year,
Yeah.
because I got here in 2012. So
Okay.
it's gonna be 12 years. And
Yeah.
I remember it's such a difference of when I left, because so
hmm
many things are different now, in
Yeah.
England. I mean, even
Yeah.
like, because when the pandemic happened and then they had all the Black Lives Matters and all that stuff going on.
hmm
And then, apparently, because I was speaking to another friend of mine around the time, there's more and more black people on British TV, where you weren't seeing that before. You've
Yeah.
seen black
That's true.
families
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
Black Lives Matters and all the performative stuff that we saw online.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think, so when, like, because now I have like TV, I have this kind of this kind of device where I can watch TV from anywhere in the world because,
Okay,
honey,
right, yeah,
I do not want to watch French TV. I just do
yeah,
not want to watch the most
no.
boringest, crappiest TV ever. And I
Yeah,
just don't want to
I
watch
mean,
it. It's not because it's French. I just don't
yeah,
want to watch it.
yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't do
yeah.
anything for me, you know.
Fair enough.
And the thing is, because as you know, I live on a French island,
Mhm.
so they do have a few local programs on the thing, which mostly about music and about the
Okay.
island. But the main
Yeah.
programs come from the French metropolitan, which is France,
Yeah.
and all those French dramas starring people that don't look like me. I'm just not interested. It's kind of, I guess, it's their version of EastEnders. Don't get me wrong. I know a
Oh
lot of people
wow.
love EastEnders,
Yeah, people do
but I'm
hear
just not
that.
interested. I'm
Not
just
me.
not interested.
Yeah,
So
no.
I have this device, IPTV, which is I can have like thousands of channels all over the world, and I just watch a lot of British TV because it's what I know, you know.
Yeah.
And I love like, you know, Come Dine With Me. I love that.
Oh yeah,
And
we watch
For
that.
the Bed.
Yeah.
So I get so I said, well, the point I'm trying to say is that I get the adverts, and so the
Yeah.
adverts that I'm seeing right now are so different from what I used to see living there.
Yeah.
And they said there was a real kind of big transformation after George Floyd was killed. They decided, oh, more Black people need to go on TV. And having said that, now there's a big controversy with that recent Boots advert, isn't it, with that Black woman, she plays Mrs. Santa. And there's been a big controversy about that.
Well, I thought, well, there you go. Aren't they always crying about something? They always cry about something. When Idris Elba was meant to be up for one of those
James Bond.
Yeah, they made a big deal about Chloe Bailey playing Arya.
Oh yeah, the little princess.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I just don't understand.
But it's okay for them to go and, you know, portray themselves as something they're completely not. You know, Egyptians of all people, they've got no correlation with them in any way, shape, or form. You can't even stand the heat, let alone portraying yourself to live in the middle of the goddamn desert, one of the hottest places on the earth. You want to claim that as your own? Please try again.
I know.
It's white women. They're the ones that are forever crying and complaining. I even saw another show where someone was talking about these two sisters went to Tiffany's, and they were basically, they call it spirit. What's it called now when you're kind of like just, for me, the meaning of what they've given it didn't quite match, because it's like when you're observing someone, you know, like when you're like, it's not like teleportation, but you can stay in one place and watch somebody in another place. What is that called?
It's not astral.
It's not astral projection, because they're
not teleporting. Remote viewing.
Like remote viewing. Yeah, they gave the name. Viewing. I can't remember the name.
Right.
Anyway, what they were saying was that these white women were basically giving these Black women a really evil eye. As they were concerned, they shouldn't be in Tiffany's because they're Black. They shouldn't have the money to go to such a restaurant in 2024. And if you see how sour the woman's face is, it's just ridiculous. And you know, she knows that she will have her white privileges will get her, even if she's wrong and strong, her white privileges will get her off, and the Black girls will be bad because psychologically will program themselves and bought into the whole idea that Black people should not be in high society places. So you shouldn't have the money to be able to come here. Now, even if you've worked harder than anybody you know. And
I mean, remember a few years back there was that big controversy about Oprah Winfrey. Remember she went into some big, I think it was Gucci or one big shop in France. And I remember even
she went into Chanel or Hermes. No, she went into Hermes.
Yeah, one big French designer. And everybody knows Oprah.
They didn't know who she was.
The world over knows Oprah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even let her in.
She probably did, but wanted to kind of make her feel like she's nothing, even with her billions. Do you know what I mean?
I think so. I think that's what it was all about. And it's so important that we're talking about this, you know, because I don't know if I had, because I was like thinking the other day, I think I wrote a piece about it, which I'm going to hope to get published at some point. And I was writing about, like, how come people can't say my name? Because I've got quite a few Nigerian names, right? I've never had English names before. My names have always been Nigerian, you know, I've always been proud of them. But I cringe when people try to, when they don't say it properly. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know, it pisses me off. Like, if I can say Tracy and Marilyn, and yes, okay, they're westernized names, and get it. I get it, right? Some people will have difficulty, but not pronouncing my name or not even trying. I remember being at school and cringing about how they say my names, you know, and it's really just, you know, in my passport is Yetunde Taiwo, right? Yetunde. I don't really, I mean, Yetunde is my first name, but I don't use that. I use Taiwo because I think it's more because it's easier for people to say. Maybe that's a subconscious thing. And so I've always used it. But even then, people couldn't even, they say T-Wong. And I say, well, where's the NG? Why you say T-Wong? It's Taiwo.
People, they're clearly not reading with their eyes. Maybe they're dyslexic. A lot of people are not.
I understand that.
They can't see. They look at something and see something totally different.
Right, and I get that. But what I'm saying is the pronunciation of my name.
Yeah, make the effort, or at least ask.
Right, exactly. Don't make that assumption. I just remember being in work and just places, you know, workplaces, you know, school, and people say my name. If you don't know, ask me and I will tell you.
Right.
So I wrote a post about it. I put it on Facebook and I put it on Threads. So I find them on Threads a lot right now. Oh, some of the vitriol I got. Somebody called me the N-word.
Really?
Yeah, because I said, you know, I think I said something like, normalize pronouncing my Nigerian Yoruba name. But you can say Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can say Schwarzenegger, but you can't, you know, say my name. So like that. So then somebody said Schwarzenegger to me. Another one called me Kunte Kinte. I hid them all. I blocked them. I mean, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I can imagine. That's probably like Facebook. Any renga.
No, it was on Threads.
I know. I'm saying it's probably. It sounds like Facebook to me, where it's just any old renga jenge person can come on and say whatever they please.
Yeah, it was awful.
That's why I'm not really drawn to those types of social medias anymore. I'm just not.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. I do get it. But I think for me, and I think I've said this before, social media, because I feel very isolated here sometimes. I don't know anybody. I don't. You know, that's just my husband. And so my social media is my part of really literally socializing with people. I don't go on it as much now because I find that it can have an impact on my mental health. And I mean, I'm not back in those, you know, the 2000s where I used to be up and down arguing with people. I'm not doing that anymore. I used to be, but I just not even giving you my energy anymore. So when I say that, I just block it, delete. I might say something and tell them about themselves, but it's very rarely. I just block and delete and keep it moving. But to actually see it, like somebody could call me Schwarzenegger, somebody called me Kinte, then somebody, you know how like some people can be when they say Williams, that's easy to, and I think no, it's not Williams. Williams my married name. Right, and the way they try to undermine you and their little, you know,
passive aggressive.
How they passive aggressive, microaggressions. Microaggressions coming.
Not even micro anymore, sis. It's aggression.
Yeah,
it's racism and blatant aggression. That's what it is. That's
basically
what I'm saying to you. I'm very some things are just, I don't push myself. If I can't get into it, I tell myself, okay, you're not supposed to get into it. This is why you can't get into it, because it's not pulling me. It's not pulling my spirit. My energy is not attracted to that.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Exactly. So, and it's all about energy, isn't it? Coming back to energy. It's all about energy.
It is, because most people are vibrating on very low one-dimensional thinking. You can't help those people. They've got to come to their own realization when they're ready.
You really have to.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, what made me laugh, that I blocked some guy, then he came again on a different name. He said, you didn't block me, did you? And
imagine.
You're so invested in me. You don't know me from a can of paint, and you still coming and give me, and I just blocked him again.
It's not that.
I just blocked him
because you're giving him attention. He doesn't get attention. That's what it is.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Got about 100 accounts because he does this consistently all over social media, and he probably gets kicked off.
Because you can imagine to yourself, what are their lives like outside of social media?
A lot of people don't have one, sis.
They don't have one. Because what I'm saying, this feeds back into what I've been noticing. Because, you know, since that American election, a lot of, like, they call themselves the 92%, right? 92% of black women didn't vote for Trump. And so they're on there now. They said they're resting. They're not feeding into anything, you know, because, you know, in their workplaces, maybe in their personal spaces, they're always used to, you know, nurture white women and white people, you know, because, you know, racism, I mean, not saying that race isn't big anywhere else in the world, because it is, but it's so pronounced over in America. And so now they're just like talking amongst themselves. They still like, I'm seeing post upon post like these black women are saying, well, why are they coming into my feed? I just don't want them to come into my energy. Why are they still there?
Yeah.
And it's like there's an obsession, there's an unhingedness about it, and this energy is just weird. It's just weird.
Yeah. That's the same thing the lady was talking about. I can't even remember her name. I never saw her. I've never seen her channel before. It just came across, and she can't remember what it's called. Let me just got this scroll through my history.
Yeah.
It's really on my mind a bit now.
Right.
Really, really interesting. Now that you said that, it just made me think, you know what? It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter. They always kind of are there trying to infiltrate, get into some things with
and
you.
You're trying to do better for yourself. I'm trying not to go there because you know what? I have a mouth. I'm very good with writing cutting words that you wish you'd never even met me. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's the ancestors and maybe it's something, but there's something about my words are so cutting. I can cut you down. I can't fight physically, but if you want to fight with me with my mouth, I can give you the pepper. I can give it to you, you know. But I try not to go there anymore because that's not really a side I really like, because I then start going down that kind of road for the same matching their energy. I don't want to do that.
No, it's not healthy. It's not worth doing. Which account? I don't know which account. When I see, I will send it to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, please. Yeah. It's funny how sometimes, you know, when you're in YouTube and suddenly something just comes on your algorithm and you've never seen it before. So I think it was meant to be, really.
Yeah, I agree. I think everything, we're pulling things by our thoughts and things like that. Sometimes when these random videos come up, I think, oh, okay, what's that telling me? What is that supposed to tell me? Is that a sign of, okay, still be cautious no matter what level you're at? Be cautious. Oh, I refuse to live in fear. I'm never going to fear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
very good at
you saying that. It's funny you saying that because that was just on my head, because I think the last few days I've been operating from fear because there's lots of things going on, and I just had to. That's why I was just like not really as engaging with you. It wasn't about you, it was about me and how I was dealing with certain things. And you know, when the fear comes in, it's like you're just like in this kind of tailspin, and especially when you're not wanting to operate from there and you know what it is, but sometimes well, I say I own it for myself. Sometimes I get caught up in that, you know?
Yeah, because remember, everything is frequency and it starts with your feelings.
Feelings, emotions,
to doubt, and you start to that means you're doubting your own self, your own abilities. You're doubting that the universe is going to provide for you. You're doubting that you by yourself can bring whatever it is to yourself. So every time you get, it's like I keep coming back to the wave again, because this is energy, and this is operate. We're always vibrating. So when you're up and you're happy and everything's going great for you, that's your most powerful time to manifest. That is, because that's when you're reaching God frequency. You understand? Because you are
definitely
in you. You're
definitely
your higher self that's bringing everything. We're creating our own reality. We're creating the things we're seeing. And you know, Nero put it in such a good way. He said, "There's nothing new under the sun," which is true. This is deodorant. I didn't create this, but somebody else did.
Yes.
This is a frozen imagination.
Yes.
Because this was somebody's idea.
Yes.
Before this became solid, it was already somebody's idea. It had to manifest
in it.
Before it became into the physical.
You
understand? So, and what he said is true, because we go back, we've seen videos of them showing us ancient Egyptians with makeup and all the things that we're doing. Where did that come from? The Egyptians. You know, cat eye. That came from the one on your head right now.
Yes.
And they wore wigs. They wore wigs. That's another thing we found out. So all this time, these people are talking rubbish about black women wearing wigs. That was always something.
You know, when I see that, especially when I see black men talking about, oh, black women shouldn't, and I think, well, hang on, like, why are you saying this for? Do you not know that the Egyptians used to do all this? The Kemet
They don't
people.
know, sis. They don't. They think you want to be a white woman when you wear a wig, even though they hear that that at least 90% of black women are wearing looks nothing like that of white women's hair. The Brazilian hair is not white women's hair. Sorry to tell them, it's not.
But I mean, but who is anybody to tell? Even if it's black men, black women, or anybody, who is anybody to tell? Because even in my days when I was I was still natural underneath. I just like wearing my wigs because I just like wearing them. I'm not going to make any excuses. I like wearing them. Sometimes you see me natural. Sometimes,
you're justified.
Exactly.
You want to wear it.
And I find that I always do, and I shouldn't really, because it just seems to be me doubting myself again.
Okay.
But you know, who is anybody to say, oh, you know, like wearing wigs and wearing false eyelashes, wearing this? Who's to say? If it makes you feel good, then wear it.
Thank you. Because if you're bothered by me wearing a wig and makeup and that, maybe you want to wear it too. Who's stopping you? Go be your true self. Because why would you give a shit? You can't ever stop a man from looking at a woman. If that man desires that woman, she could look like the back of a bus in your head.
Listen,
he will go for that woman.
Sees me in the morning, and I don't wear makeup anyway. And I think I don't wear makeup because, one, I don't know where to get it here, because I really like Fenty. I should have bloody, you know, I like Fenty. I did buy some Fenty actually last time I was in London, but I think I left it behind. You know, I don't know how. I'm not really a person about foundation, but I like a little lippy. And I used to wear a little lippy back in the day, and eyeliner and mascara, because those I feel, well, my lips are just like my lips, but I like my eyes. And so the eyeliner and the mascara highlights my eyes. That's why I wear it. That's why I think women wear makeup is to highlight certain features, you know, whatever. Right. And who is to say, oh, you shouldn't be wearing it? I just don't wear it because I haven't seen anything here. And as I said, I want to use Fenty because I think Rihanna's done some amazing things with her makeup, and I want to support that, you know. But you know, I always say to anybody, whoever, do what you want to do.
Of course, you know, you're free. Who made the rules? Told us that we must do this? Some dusty ass dude. Because he wanted to control women. So it is some insecure dude because he want to control women. He knew women's power more than he knows a man's power. So let's shut it down. Oh, let me bring religion and tell her she can't do this. She must say she can't have her hair. If you weren't supposed to have hair, why would the creator keep giving us hair? Why would the creator make us this way if we weren't supposed to make this way? Or why are we manifesting in the form that we're manifesting in if it is wrong? People are stupid.
Oh my God.
And I tell you,
oh my God,
people are stupid because
sometimes I just shake my head. Sometimes I say, you know what? Even though I'm isolated, thank goodness I'm isolated, because the way that I see the world, when you go and really, maybe, you know, online is a kind of microism what you really see in the real world. But it's just sometimes, you know. Mindset, but definitely. I just want to interject at this point. If you really love what we're having a giggle about and talking about, subscribe to our channel. And like, and what else is there? Oh, you leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Let us
leave a comment. Let us know what you think about what we're speaking about. What you want us to speak about in any other future.
Anything
you know, uploads
about.
We're just two friends just having this conversation across the ocean, and it's good. So,
that's what we do.
Yes, that's what we do. So we do
get caught up.
We do get caught up, but hey, that's about being fierce,
fearless and
unapologetic.
That's right. That's it.
That's what it's about, you know. But so coming back down to energy then. You know, sometimes when, because I read so much, you know, and I'm reading I'm just learning new things all the time. All the time. about energy. You know, things that they never teach this in school, though, do they?
No, why would they? You're meant to be a worker bee. Come on, you're meant to fuel the system.
Yeah.
You're not meant to know any of this stuff, hon. We're not meant to know any of this. We're not meant to find the people that come into our life in our path at the time we're supposed to, in order to grasp information so that we can progress ourselves. To know any of this stuff.
But do you think that if you'd known now what you knew then, like maybe when you were in your 20s, do you think your life would have been any different, or
100?
would it been? I know, 1,000,000 times %. If I'd known now what I knew in my 20s,
100%. The only thing I would like to be able to do is just keep my children. Just have my children. Just keep they get on my nerves at times, don't get me wrong. They piss me at times, right?
But yeah.
Sometimes I don't talk to them, sometimes I cuss them off.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I had my two sons. I mean, I would never go back on that. Yeah. But I'm saying, if I'd known what when they were growing up and now, my goodness.
Oh,
I would be supernova.
Sis, I'd be totally different.
I'd be different, yeah.
Because
I think my life would be different.
Yeah, I would have made a whole lot of different decisions. I would have trusted myself.
Different, yeah.
Because all the time, whenever I didn't listen to myself, I got into trouble. I noticed that, but it's like a flame to a moth. Because of my mum's strong religious dominance, because of patriarchy, all of that stuff kind of builds.
All of that. So all of that was just washed up in our minds,
push down on your own thoughts, your own ideas, and things are going off inside of you that's telling you that doesn't feel right, that doesn't sound right. But because it's what so and so said, and if God, because I used to say to my mom, how do you know God exists? How do you know there's a God up there? Whoa, biggest mistake of my life.
Oh God.
But ask the preacher, but how do you know God said this, or how do you know God said that? How do you know there's a hell? Have you ever been? Who's ever been? Nobody's ever been.
I think I remember saying to my mom,
I was a bad person, that I was disrespectful, I was blasphemous because
but
if God gave me a brain, why would I not use it? Is that not why God gave me a brain, to use it?
Exactly.
I was always rebellious. But still,
I was always rebelling. I remember saying to my mom one time, like, it says in the Bible about the scriptures about him having hair like wool, and and I just said, well, Mummy, how come he's got that kind of hair? Why has he got blue eyes? And my mum said that's blaspheming. And then another time I just said, well, how do we know he's a he? And I didn't know anything I had no idea about patriarchy. I just didn't know why couldn't it be a she? Why couldn't there be that kind of balance?
It didn't make sense, because if we got a mum and a dad and you get told, your mum and your dad creates you, where's that one's wife where's that one's parents? Where's the history for this person? There is no, it don't exist. It's an energy.
Yes.
It's all a consciousness.
Yes.
But we're only learning this now because of quantum physics and quantum entanglement.
Yep.
You understand? So science has actually caught up and surpassed.
But it's still a shame when I think about our people has still caught up with religion. If you try telling them some of this stuff, they will just
they'll still argue with you.
They'll still argue with you, or just cut themselves off and say, you're just practicing witchcraft or whatever. I mean, we're not even talking about spirituality.
They don't even know they're practicing vampirism. How can you go and talk about drink my blood and eat my flesh? You're practicing. What are you doing? And you're not even correlating.
My body, like practicing cannibalism and oh God, that's not even good. That is another
symbolic. It's not.
That is another
energy. You're putting that stuff out into the universe, and they've been taught not to use their brain.
Oh God, this is crazy.
And give you all this beautiful talent, and then you don't use any of it because you think it's a flex to be poor, because you're gonna go to heaven. You're gonna go.
Imagine
ever created, and it just
dumbest. Like I remember, my mother always giving those, scriptures to me. Money's not made out of tree. Money is evil. I don't have enough money. And it's like this prophecy all the time.
It is. It's programming.
This scarcity mindset.
Scarcity, poverty mindset.
It was scary.
Because they think, my mum used to do it, even when she had money.
Even when my mum had money.
She would pretend like she didn't have money.
She pretends.
But she allowed fear. She did that all from a place of fear. And
Yeah.
sadly, I kind of took that on too. And I
Yeah, so did I.
I noticed it I noticed it last year when I sat back and I looked back on my life and my relationship with money.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of money, and I'm thinking, why is it that whenever I have money, I think of all the things I need to buy?
Oh my God, the
Why
same.
do I do that?
It's impulsiveness, isn't it? It's impulsiveness. And what is it?
Like,
Because
I've got it
we
now,
feel that we're going to lose it,
like,
or what?
Yeah, it's like I can't hold on to it, so I must
Yes.
get it quickly.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I had that revelation as well.
Yes, that revelation come to me this here last month, November, because of one of those I watched.
So we're kind of on the same kind of road, because I feel to myself,
because I'm always, as soon as I get it, even if I don't need something, I can upgrade.
Girl.
Because I realized that even though I was saying money come to me, I love money, and I genuinely do.
Yeah.
There's still a part of me that was, the part of me that was still in the primitive stage, not connecting the dots.
Subconscious.
To realize, this is why you don't have money, because you're scared of money. So every time you get it, you must get it.
You have to spend it straight away.
Yeah. So that's telling money that you have a fear. So why would it come to you if you're gonna just dash it away?
Oh my God. Oh my God. What an epiphany. I had that epiphany moment. I know, for myself.
I couldn't believe it. It's the dots connecting, and it's all because he's talking about stop looking outside of yourself and stop separating. You are God.
There it is.
Everybody that we walk past is God, because God is us. We are God. I'm still trying to conceptualize the whole idea.
Yeah, but it's getting there. It's getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, because in this third dimensional realm, we've separated everything and we put everything in a box and a label because of ego.
Yes,
all ego. From ego.
A three-letter word that has so much meaning to it.
Can you imagine that? And when I'm telling you, I'm working on myself day and night, every single day. I have to be working on myself, not just morning and night, all through the day. Because
that's why that's why I'm just getting all those kind of, maybe all those things are coming up for a reason, you know.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because it's like, you know, it's like, okay, let's put it this way. A metaphor's just coming to my head. You know, when you wash your clothes, you put all your clothes in because they're dirty. You put them in the washing machine because you're hoping them to be clean.
Yeah, you know they're going to be clean. You're trusting.
Right, you know that they have to be clean. And so when you're taking them out, they're not going to be dirty, so they're going to be clean. Yeah. Right? So it's the same thing with my thoughts, you know.
Yes.
Dirty in a sense, because I've been indoctrinated by this whole thing about what money is. And I didn't even see it as an energy, and need to hold on to it, all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, now it's becoming so clear to me. And I think that's what's been going on for me in the last few days, this whole kind of fear, because it's still there in the back of it's still there, but it's getting clear and
fight it.
Clear and
fight it.
Right.
You have to literally fight it, because the way it's been explained is that your conscious mind it's like the fight or flight side of you. Because we're programmed with it now, we've created an entity. It's like the devil and the angel on the shoulder, right? The angel is always going to be the positive, and the devil is always going to be the, are you sure you can do it? You think you are. You're not going to make it.
Yeah.
That's the conscious mind, just to keep you there so that it can survive.
Yeah.
The more you tune it out, and you're no longer thinking with a doubtful mind.
But I think that when you're saying that, so in all this time, I own this myself. I've been in a flight and fight mode.
Fight or flight. Yeah, a lot of us lived by that. I've lived by it. I'm on
all this time in everything I've done.
Yeah. Do you know the only reason why I feel like I can come out of it, and what I'm doing that, is by consistently programming my mind with just listening to two people that are talking about the whole, and neither of them are caught up in religion. They're spiritual, and they're very educated, and these guys know their stuff. Neither one of them. And Mark Horton. Mark Horton is the first person I watched maybe about 10 years ago.
I think you sent me his stuff, but if you could say some more stuff on him. Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I think I started watching his videos from when I was heavy on Facebook, and he had really, really low count, and he was talking about quantum physics. I couldn't understand it.
Oh yes, Mark Horton. I know Mark Horton. Yes, the black guy. Yeah, from America. But I think he's originally from the Caribbean, because I can hear an accent.
Yes.
I know. Yes, I remember I was following him.
Yes.
But for some reason they banned me from the thing, or maybe I said something.
Really? Well, that's Facebook, isn't it? You don't need to say Facebook. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but and I said
Those
to
are the
him,
only two people that I listen to.
right,
Neville
yes,
Goddard,
yes, I
let me
know
tell
him.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Just those two
I'm on his
people.
subscription. He's always sending me stuff, and
Yeah,
I just haven't had time to look because I've been really focused on the Neo. But what I'm going to do,
yeah.
as you said, I'm just going to be really following those two because I think they've
Just
come in some
listen, even
real
when you're
deep.
working, just have it playing in your
Yeah,
background. I put on certain things. If I'm working, then I'll put on obviously something nothing to do with this. It's to do with cryptids and dogman and spirits in the woods and crap like that, right?
mm.
Entities from different realms coming and creeping into ours. So I listen to a lot of that because I don't have to watch it. I can just listen.
Yeah. I mean,
If I'm not
I do the
working,
same. Yeah,
yeah, if I'm not working, then I will listen to somebody like Mark and Nira and take my notes because I
yeah.
can focus on what they're saying so that I can
Yeah,
process that
exactly.
myself
I
and
get
keep
you. Yeah, I
reabsorbing
get
it.
that.
So that's what
Now
I
you
do.
saying that, I remember because I remember bumping into him a long time ago. He was talking about quantum, and that's the first
Yeah,
time I'd seen a black guy speaking on
yeah,
that. You
he
know,
was one of
and
the
that's
first.
what really kind of let me sit up because I thought,
Yeah,
wow, and I started going into it and everything. But I wasn't consistent.
yeah,
But I'm still getting some kind of framework. I was saying I'm reading because it's just so
yeah.
deep,
It
but
is.
it's good.
It
It
is.
makes a
But
lot of sense. You know,
yes, for me,
so yeah.
sorry, I'll tell you why I like it because they break it down that anybody can understand it.
Right.
So I can listen to Mark now, and when he's talking about quantum entanglement and quantum
Mm.
state, because it's been already broken down for me by
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
understand it, you understand? So it
Yeah.
makes it so much easy. And then when I listen to Neville Goddard when he's talking about act as if you have
And
it from before I was even
Do you remember who
born.
Neville Goddard got his stuff from?
Yes. I mean, there's Rev
Abdul.
Ike, Abdul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talked about it. There's a YouTube
Yeah.
video where he's actually
Yeah.
props to
But
Abdul.
yeah. And I
So
think
yeah,
rounding up, I'm rounding up because
yeah,
I know the time is getting on
yeah,
us.
with 2 minutes now.
Yeah. So
Mm.
rounding up, I think for me, if
Yeah,
I knew what I knew, if I knew now what I knew, and I knew that when I was in my 20s and 30s,
yeah, yeah,
I think I would have been phenomenon, but I still
yeah,
can be phenomenon, and I
yeah.
am phenomenon.
Phenomenal.
And what about you?
Yeah, no, I absolutely I always say that if I could change some things, I probably would really just trust myself 100% and just
I love that.
be out. I've
Okay.
definitely gone further than this. I probably would have met Michael Jackson. I might have even married him. No, he might have been alive.
I love
You
that.
don't know.
You just don't know.
You don't know.
Jackson.
But I took a different trajectory. I have no regrets because I've got my children. Even if I have to
Yes.
talk to them again, right?
Yeah.
Probably not. But even if I don't, at least they're here. I've raised them. I've done that part with
I hear that. And
um,
same. And
Abdul
same.
now. So yeah,
Okay.
I think that's the main thing. But yeah,
I
I'm
love that.
glad now that I've got the sense now because there's people my age that still hasn't are not even planning to wake up because they're just so connected to
They're so connected
fear
to
and all the stuff going on in the world. And there's
stupidness.
people that
Yeah.
are older, there's people that haven't made it. So I'm grateful. I have no regrets.
Yes.
That's
I
the
have no
truth.
regrets. No
Some of the
regrets whatsoever.
some of the experiences I wish I didn't have to go through, but I
But
now
I think we
realize
had
that
to. I think we had to
I
go
was
to
the
two.
one that put myself there.
Right.
There was obviously a reason
Basically.
to learn from it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think
It's been
yeah,
wonderful speaking. I
yeah.
don't
Less than a
want to
minute.
like thing.
Yeah,
So I just want
it's been a great
people
one.
to keep on carry on watching us and
Yeah,
follow our journeys as well, because I guess this is a journey.
it
Become part
is.
of our journey.
Yeah,
And we'll definitely will be uploading this at
yes.
some point, and then we'll do another one. We'll just keep on
Yep.
talking, and
We'll
hopefully
be
we
back
can get
again.
others following us.
Yeah, we'll
Our
be back
voices.
again next time. Well, next week this time. We're
Yes.
back again. So yeah.
Yeah. Next
All right.
week,
Well, thank you
definitely.
all for tuning
So
in
it's
to
been
our
wonderful.
frequency.
I love it. I'm sending you some
Yeah.
sunshine, although
Yeah,
it's kind
thank
of still,
you.
it's very hot over
Bring
here.
it.
See me receive this.
Bring
So,
it.
okay.
All right,
See you
honey.
later.
Take care. I'll see you
Bye.
soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.